So let's draw, and first we're going to start off with just kind of understanding the Mark's costume first. Mark, let's just start with just pretty much kind of almost your arms out like this. We'll just do a quick one like that, just because I want him to see and break down the costume, just kind of more frontal. There you go. There you go. Okay, so what I want you to do is break down break down what we have as a costume here. And I'm gonna kind of get a general, just a big shape first. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the breakdown of his costume. So I'm going to see face is in here. His hat, like this. Then and I'm looking at these pretty much in their silhouette. So in these, the shape is the principal thing that I want you to kind of take a look at. Okay. Okay. Now, I want you guys on this one. What I want you guys to do is let's try something where we're going to look at the silhouette first. A lot of times this happens with a lot of figure drawing too. What we end up doing, we end up looking at the finished marks, and I want to start off with the way you might start thinking about something. So in this case, let's just look at the silhouette first. Let's just draw a silhouette of the whole character first. Okay? Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm looking at my silhouettes first. Okay. Now I'm going to take another piece of paper, and now I'm going to think about the volumes or blocking masses in here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the different, actually kind of the angles and tilting. What's happening here? Okay, I'm see his head is tilting back like this, right? So his head is tilting back like this. His chest is out, or actually his chest is kind of straight like this. His hips are back this way. And this is kind of where we're going here. And this is coming out. That. Okay. So this tells us kind of the angles of where things are going to go. So under our silhouette, we can start looking at more of the volume, like shoulders and things like this. The shoulders in here, the arm coming out here like this. Chest kind of straight like this. Foreshortening on this like this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and continue to draw on this just a little bit, just to show something. Now what I'm going to do on here is I'm going to look at moving your eye across using his outfit. So if I see hanging on the side here, I'm going to go off to the side like this and then like this, because those are directional angles that are going to pull. I'm going to pull from the back of his neck this way, and then I'm going to see it pulls like this and comes across here and then comes down, and there's a fold or the tie underneath his hands here comes this way and over, right? And as it comes over, then I get another step down. Then I get a long step down to here, which turns it different. See the angle here, angle here. Now I'm coming down and across and up to here. If this hangs down like this is going to come back like this. This pulls from this like this. And then bunches up here like that. Okay. So I'm going to see a shadow shape is going to pull me in this way. I've got from here, I've got this coming up here like this, and then this coming up here like this, and then this going down into the shadow here like that. These get really kind of interesting because they can start to move my eye back up. So now I'm going to look for something that is going to move my eye back up. And I might even go across over to here. You see, if I pull the folds in his belt all the way up to his shirt, and then I can come down behind, I go up and then up this way. And that's what I'm doing now is I'm trying to tie these folds in his arm, give them a purpose, because they're going to be following, they're going to be moving you down towards here. Because I'm going to look for these other, I'm going to be looking for different alignments. They're going to help build this kind of a shape. If I bring this way, I can bring this up, get a fold in there. That's going to be a directional line again up into here. I'm going to come from the knot here down here like this. I might use his finger and then wrap around. Wrap around, wrap around. And then I can get these shapes in here to actually line up down here. You can see I can move those up and then get another one up in here, because this is going to be necessary up in here too. You see I can play off these shapes now. This sweeps down and then gets a little bunched up in here. I'm going to make this little fold over here. I'm going to make this fold kind of point over here because I've got this shape going here. This one coming out here, because I can turn this just subtly back up, up, up. Up, down. And all of these things are all going to work together. So really what I'm looking for is like, if we just have your basic silhouette like this, and then we look at which way the forms are rotating, and then we can draw the different folds around that form, but also look at them from the standpoint of, you know, what are they doing and what direction are they going? Then you can start looking at or realizing them in terms of their usefulness. Like, for instance, under here, and then the way his shirt is tied, okay, gives a strong directional angle like this, and then coming off of that is this, and we look for these longer alignments that can move your eye throughout your image. And then across and down, down and over. Up, 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 all going up into here. This is kind of coming down this way, and this is going up, right? So if these are going up, this is coming down this way, coming along in this way, this way. Okay. Continuing from here, this is pointing down, this points down, and then this comes along down here. There we go. Okay, so I'm really focusing on how one fold leads into the other and how they move your eye, you know, from one area to the other. Coming up in here, like I said, if you're coming up in here on this, up a little bit higher is where the fold in his shirt is. And so you can kind of come across here and see how that's going to help out your design up there. Okay, so these folds are all going to be, you know, pushing down into this area here. Okay, and as these start to go up, we can push, kind of build some alignments. And then counter that with something like this. Pulling from behind. And then down. And pulling around again. And then really swooping up here like this. And then what we're doing is all of these shapes are actually having a purpose because they're moving your eye around. And if we come out, if we sweep around to the outside, we want to be able to follow that around. So I'm going to make this come right out of that. This is actually up a little bit higher like this. Okay. And then I'll come out of that. There we go.